Welcome to our comprehensive knot tutorial video. Today, we'll be covering some essential knots that every aspiring knot enthusiast should know. Whether you're an outdoor enthusiast, a sailor, or simply interested in learning some useful skills, these knots are a great place to start. 1. Reef knot. Our first knot is the reef, also known as the square knot. It's a versatile knot used for joining two ropes of equal diameter. To tie the reef knot, follow these simple steps. Cross the right rope over the left rope, forming an X. Bring the right rope under the left rope. Pass the right rope over the left rope and through the loop created. Tighten the knot by pulling both ends simultaneously. And there you have it, the reef knot. Two, single sheet bend knot and double sheet bend knot. Next up, we have the single sheet bend knot and its stronger counterpart, the double sheet bend knot. These knots are perfect for joining two ropes of different diameters or materials. Let's see how it's done. Start by forming a loop with the thicker rope. Pass the end of the thinner rope through the loop. Take the end of the thinner rope and wrap it around both ropes. Pass the thinner rope back through the loop created. Tighten the knot by pulling both. To create the double sheet bend knot, simply repeat the steps with an additional loop. Three, single bowline knot and double bowline knot. Now, let's explore the single bowline knot and the double bowline knot. These knots are known for their strength, security, and ease of untying. They're frequently used in boating and rescue situations. Make a small loop near the end of the rope. This is the rabbit hole. Pass the end of the rope up through the rabbit hole. Wrap the end of the rope around the standing part of the rope. Pass the end of the rope back down through the rabbit hole. Tighten the knot by pulling the standing part of the rope. For the double bowline knot, repeat the steps with an additional loop. Four, clove hitch knot. Moving on to the clove hitch knot. This knot is commonly used for attaching a rope to a post, pole, or other cylindrical objects. Start by crossing the rope over itself. Wrap the end of the rope around the object. Cross the end of the rope over the standing part. Pass the end of the rope under itself and tuck it under the cross part. Tighten the knot by pulling the standing. 5. Figure of 8 and figure of 8 loop. Next, let's delve into the figure of 8 knot and its versatile variation, the figure of 8 loop. These knots are widely used for creating secure loops at the end of a rope. Form a loop near the end of the rope, crossing the working end over the standing part. Pass the working end behind the standing part and bring it up through the loop. Continue threading the working end under and over the standing part, following the figure 8 pattern. Tighten the knot by pulling both ends of the rope. Congratulations! You've now learned several essential knots: the reef knot, single and double sheet bend knots, single and double bowline knots, clove hitch knot, figure of 8 knot, and the figure of 8 loop. Practice these knots, and soon you'll be able to apply them in various situations with confidence.